Oh wait, I'm gonna cancel that because I want to put Wi-Fi on. I'm gonna eat up my data. Whoops. Sorry, YouTube.
All these things in here?
Yeah, all the toys.
Great.
There we go. All right. Sorry for the delay. Happy Juneteenth. Ah! That scream was because I tabbed out. Okay. Whose quads were destroyed? From?
Mine.
Yeah?
Yes. And bikes down.
Oh, you did bike
I ran an errand.
Trader Joe's.
It was a lot. Thank you.
Jump right to this bad boy. Take your minivan, round the wrists, go on your knees. In this position, keep doing these. So up, down, up, down. And in this position, abs tight, tuck your pelvis under. You will feel potentially a stretch through your thighs. Today more than normal because of the previous leg day. Is that yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to be so sore tomorrow. Raise your hands with a mini band on them if you get sore more on day 2. You also, okay. What about day 3? Where do you usually?
It definitely depends on what the workout was. Usually I'm feeling better.
The most sore you and I ever were, and I know this for a fact because we've discussed it at length. We took one CrossFit class once, and it was on a holiday trip, and the studio normally programmed differently, the box, the gym, they normally programmed differently, but they knew that their regular clientele was like not necessarily coming to their normal class. They might have some travelers. It was a special holiday schedule. So they were like, look, let's throw away the normal program and let's just make you guys do. And they picked, that's enough of those, one quick little round of these. Hold your hands at your sides, elbows at your sides, and just pull apart like that. Just do like 10 minutes. They did one of the like qualifying workouts for the CrossFit Games. So it was all these, wall balls and the other stuff they do.
It was over 150 wall balls. It was over 150. I know this because I only got to 150, and then I was like, I quit. And then I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
Maybe it was 200.
Something like that. I was just like, I'm just not.
It was horrific. My quadriceps. This is not good sore at all. This was bad sore. Not bad sore as in, I think I hurt a knee or something like that. It was just such debilitating agony that, I couldn't do this. I could barely do it today. Get out.
Okay.
Roll shoulders. Roll
See how
shoulders.
right there?
That's from a bag? Is that sunburn?
Yes.
Did you get an electric bike? She doesn't like those.
They didn't have one. I looked. I did look.
So New York, the city bike share has some pedal assist bikes among their fleet. They're not scooters. They don't they don't have a serious throttle or anything like that. They just give you a light nudge pedal. Hi, plank. Okay. In plank, we're just going to go from regular plank to downward dog and back to regular plank. Regular old downward dog, just plank up and back to plank. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. I was thinking of doing our little breakdance maneuver today. Those kick-throughs. Alice, why don't you stay here? I'll move over there and talk it through, and you will model it. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Because you move better than I.
That's not true.
It's exceedingly true. I'll come back a little bit. Okay, hands and knees. Hands and knees. Yep. Okay. Quadruped. So curl your back toes under. Okay, lift your knees an inch off the ground. Spin your right foot like you're putting out a cigarette and kick your left foot through, point your left toe toward the ceiling. That's right. Come back to center. The knees almost graze the floor as they swing underneath. We spin. Our left hand is up. Our right heel is down. Our right toes are pointed toward the ceiling. And now we come back. Knees almost graze the floor. We pivot through. Facing the other way now. Yep, and you can do that teeny little bridge. Spin back the other way. And now let's gradually pick up the pace. Spin back. Knees swing through. Your foot kicks through. And now just keep going. Keep going at Alice's pace. Remember that the knees skim the floor, or they almost hit the floor. So I find people's biggest error is they either let their body go into a long plank, or their knees come way too close to their chest. And if their knees are way up by their hands, they can't skim the floor. So think your thighs are perpendicular to the floor. And when you kick through, it's also slightly behind you. It's not directly to the side, it's a little bit back, just a little. Let's do 4 more. Press hard with that hand that is still on the ground. Think of rising up out of it. Protract that shoulder, push it away, open your chest. I just kicked the can.
That was.
Ugh.
We did the full.
Yeah, we did them.
Great. That feels good. You know what my favorite part of that is?
Whoa.
So here, the idea of keeping my chest here, but then using my abs to give like a twist.
A little bit of
and then
disconnect.
stepping out. And then I come back and my knees are there. They go to there. They
Oh,
go
yeah.
to there. And then I move. So it's like just, I don't always think about it.
Sure.
But that's how I was thinking about
So
it
like
today.
lower
It
trunk
felt really
rotation.
like a, keeping all up, keeping my shoulders.
I'm with you. Uh-oh, here she goes.
I didn't come just from the office or just from my computer, so I have a bit more
That's it.
energy.
She's in a much better mood, therefore.
I had
Whoa.
a little time to disconnect, to get back into another place, another world
Here,
in my body.
press that a couple of times.
If he turned around and I was just doing this, he'd be so mad.
I'll be curious. And actually, I didn't explain at all what I want. So hold it in your hands and put it behind your back and do a chest press. Sorry, I did just say press it. So check out what she's going to do. She's using the band as like a bench press machine or a chest press machine. Now, that's probably fairly easy, right? We could go up and wait. We can also do this trick. Check it out.
Oh,
Huh?
adding space.
It's adding space. It's shortening the band. So basically when she begins, there's already a little more tension. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to try to do this yourself. You can also use a chair. So if you flip the band way over some kind of little chair, as long as it's not like gonna get cut, if it's like one of those little plastic chairs, or break if you're really pushing hard. It looks ridiculous. It's like a little jetpack. It looks like you're gonna take off.
It looks ridiculous at all.
You look like the Rocketeer.
Yeah, I think I'd be a great spacewalker.
Who else tried to watch Space Force on Netflix? Horrible. It was a terrible, terrible show. We watched 2. I will not watch a 3rd episode. I hated it. I hated it. I like the idea of aspects of it.
What about Space Team?
Space Team is great. If you're bored and have like 3 or 4 other people with you, download Space Team. At least this was a few years ago. I don't know if they even updated that app. We haven't.
It doesn't matter. It was great, whether it's updated or not.
I mean, update even like, will it still work?
Everyone on there, everyone should download it on your phone, and it's a hoot.
My turn.
Okay, great.
Now, you're be so kind as to
Yes.
do this for me? If you have a long foam roller, it's probably a little bit easier to do by yourself. All as well.
And you guys are smart and industrious. You
Yeah,
can
figure
figure
it
out how to do it.
You stack it up on something.
Yeah. So good. Okay, I'll be right back. Unless you like water and
Isn't this oh so clever? You can use like a tree if you can figure out how to get into that position. Anything that basically, stretches the band a little bit. Because otherwise, it's just starting a little slack. It's still lighter at the beginning right now, but it's not enough. Also, here's another side note. Consider gloves for some of this stuff. Some people really do hate the bands cutting into the hands, and a pair of gloves, batting gloves, gardener's gloves, regular weight training gloves can help. I'm going to do 3 more, and then we're actually going to do regular little sit-ups. What fun. When you're ready, no rush. We're both going to do this together. You're right, I guess that is a rush. We're going to do sit-ups. So, I'm going to put my feet under something because I don't want to be having to kip up, and I'm terrible at regular sit-ups. But other than that, it's just this. Move any carabiners that might be under your back. We're just doing these guys. All sit-ups. Think of pulling your low back down into the floor, and as you begin, ribs to pelvis, using the help of your feet as much as you need. We're doing these. You probably don't need the feet assist. If you want, you can put them under the mattress. Easier.
oh,
We're just gonna do like 20 more seconds of these.
okay. You know what? Smarts when doing this?
What?
Oh, my glutes. Like, do you not feel like?
From the workout yesterday?
Yeah. Do you not feel like rolling through in the pressure?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's excruciating. It's literally like,
Really got your butt yesterday.
yeah. The fact that you don't feel it proves that men's bodies are shaped differently than women's. That's not really what it proves. It proves that your body's shaped differently than mine.
Thank heavens. Be weird if a pair of clones were dating one another.
Sean and I went to the same hairstylist for a bit, and I had short hair, and we were out on a date, and someone asked if we were brother and sister, and we were like, no, but it was more because our hair was sort of.
It was virtually identical. We both had like the thing. What is it
Mine was
called?
a little longer.
It was a little longer, but it was like the same. Whatever you call that.
Same fade.
When they buzz this one
Same
side of the
fade.
line. So we're going to repeat this. We're going to try to go even heavier.
Fantastic.
Alice, you're a crazy person. I'm going to see if you can do the green. That is a
Fantastic.
big jump. I went right from the red all the way to the green.
Great.
But yeah, this is basically.
So we're good. We're going to say inside.
Are you going to try to do? Okay.
All right. I don't know if I can actually, in hindsight.
I mean, honestly, if you did it on the floor, maybe that would work.
Well, that's actually a really good idea. I'm not going to do it that way.
See, the way I saw somebody do this online, they just had one of the long foam rollers, so they had no problem. They just put it on the ground, or I think it was in a chair, and just whoop, they were ready to go.
And there's also, I'm not going to lie,
You
this
did
is
it.
probably the easiest way to balance the thing on something
And then just flip it over.
and then stand up with it or whatever.
Clever lass.
Oh my gosh. This is really hard.
You know what would probably be quicker would be if I just gave her a bear hug from behind. If I just like stood there like this and she draped it around, and we draped it around the two of us. But we're not going to do that because it would look so. Yeah, it's a little rough on the wrists.
Yeah. So the next time, since there are two of us, we don't need to like try to put it on ourselves. It's just a waste of time.
I get you.
But oh my gosh, there are ways. The other way would be, I would say for me, would be pressing it here. This is hard.
Now, let's say you don't want to do what we're doing with the thing. You can just do this without. You can just take your band, throw it over your back, and just do this. This works fine. All that does is make it a little bit harder. It gives you a little more tension at the get-go.
Wow.
You're lying down, it kind of works. And it forces you to get up hands-free. Added benefit.
When I can't push anymore, that means that's the last set. And I just really tried. I really tried because I wanted to hit your hands like a double high five, and I couldn't do it.
It's a little rough on the wrists, so that's why I've got, or like the thumb, the webbing there, so I've got my hand over. I know there's ways you can hold these things that look over the thumb and wrist a little more comfy. It never worked for me, but maybe we'll still go through it one day.
Do you want the green one?
Yeah, but I'm gonna try a few more with this guy. It's silly that I jumped right to this, because it's way too heavy. And I didn't really do it. But for that.
You.
In between sets, do another sit-up. Nice. All right. Oh, gets much easier with a person here. All right, but I got the same grip. This time it was better this way. I don't know. I don't have the answers on this one. Like, if you have any kind of thumb-itis, BlackBerry thumb, as they used to call it, I guess now they call it smartphone thumb. Then yeah, some of these things might be a little unpleasant. Not that sound effect. So the reason we like this is it's finally, we did do bench press on the storage chest a couple of times. We stopped doing that. We might do it again, but partly it's just I'm well aware that for many that setup is unavailable. So I didn't want to do too much stuff in these workouts that y'all can't do. Oh yeah, we gotta do sit-ups. So.
Sit-ups. I will say, so for us, if someone had, like, could they just stay lying down and press like that?
You can do these lying down, but the thing is,
You want the elbows to go back.
Oh, you mean on the floor? Yeah, the problem with the floor is what she just said. The elbows can't pass your body. So if you lie on the ground, you can't get to there. You could do what we just did on the ground using these things. That lets you get the greater range of motion. The problem, though, is your head is just kind of floating there. That might be a little unpleasant. But also, there's really no reason to, because you're not pushing against gravity. You're pushing against band tension. So you could be upside down. You could be running down the street. It really wouldn't matter. The load doesn't change. Whereas if you're holding a dumbbell or a barbell or doing a push-up, it's all about moving the load against gravity, overcoming gravity.
How's that one doing? What was that book that everybody called themselves this one and that one? Well, that was Game of Thrones. That was the slaves, the fighters, the mercenaries that that Daenerys goes and buys. You see me just have a conversation with myself?
The Sully.
What?
The Sully.
Yes, the Unsullied.
Sully.
In the show, do they have to kill a kid? In the book, they have to kill a kid to show that they have no empathy. Ugh. In the book, the Unsullied, they're given a pet dog, and then they eventually have to kill that, and then eventually they have to kill a kid. It's a messed up book. The show is messed up, but it's like an aperitif for the main course of the book.
Around.
Yeah,
Okay.
green for me.
Do green, yes.
Yeah, you can go first since you were
Okay.
heading. Yes, I will assist.
Here, you guys switch supplies. You take that. I'll take this. I'll get this on. Put that on my back.
Wait, I missed it. There we go.
I press into it. It's my jetpack.
Brace my nose. I'm so sorry. Isn't that fun? Now let's do presses. Oh. Oh! I messed you up.
Help me out.
Let me just put you guys down for 2 seconds. I promise you'll come back.
Yes, thank you.
I like the face you made.
Maybe.
Good thing we opted for the foam roller and not an AR-15 with the safety off. That would have been dangerous.
A Ming vase.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go with the Ming vase.
One more.
A quiver of arrows. I'm glad we didn't go with the arrow quiver. Okay. Yeah.
Now we know.
To let Alice put the foam roller in so that it's less likely to get dislodged. But how to get you to do it for you, that's the problem.
It was me how I was pushing. It was how I was pushing.
What are you doing?
I was doing this.
Oh, yeah, you're doing that.
Pushing up.
Yeah.
Pushing up.
Yes, the band does demand, or the foam roller does demand that you only go in a straight line.
That was a silly joke. I wasn't really pushing and shaking my arms like that. But high five! Good job.
It does feel like a chest press machine.
Yeah. It really does feel like a chest press machine.
Stay on it.
This is where the foam roller is. This is right around it. Keep it all in place for me. How many more are you going for?
2.
Okay. You got this. Knock 'em out. Nicely done. What else are you doing? Do
This
another-
one more time.
Another round of sit-ups?
Yeah, let's do one more round of sit-ups.
Okay.
Oh,
We should do the one where we.
like feet. I can never figure that one out.
Oh,
I remember one time I was teaching a group class, and I tried to have them do this thing where you link your feet to do the sit-ups, and none of us could figure it out. And this is inexcusable because the instructor should be the one to know how to do it. I couldn't get it. I couldn't figure it out. I thought I knew going in. I thought I had it. And I didn't. seen that happen here a few times. And I'm like, okay, so you're gonna hold the band, and then you see me think for like 5 minutes. I hate sit-ups. Ugh. But I acknowledge their benefit.
You're good at that.
I appreciate that. I don't really hurt so good. I feel like since quarantine began, I've gotten better at them because I've done a few more of them than I normally do in the gym. In the gym, my tendency is just to do the power lifts. I don't actually power lift, but I like those lifts. I like squats, deadlifts, and bench. And I tended to sometimes neglect these to my detriment. All right, I'll let you finish, and then you have one more set of the press.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. All right. Here we go. Now we use the nail gun to really fasten it in there good.
Passing on to me good.
Both. I'll use a 9-inch. Exceptional.
Getting those pecs.
Very good. Letting those shoulders up. Notice how at the beginning, like it is a position of rest, but not 100% rest. Like you're still lightly engaged when your hands are way back there. After this, it's pike push-ups, and I challenge y'all to elevate your feet if you think you can. I'll give you the different options available. All right.
Should know.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
The way you took it off?
Yeah, because I still had the band and I caught the thing and I was able to hand the band. So
I'm sorry, I kind of didn't notice.
it's okay. We'll watch it later.
Okay.
For those that don't acknowledge that it was like, it wasn't great, but it was like pretty slick. It was just like, it just looked. But in reality, I was shocked that it worked out. I was fully prepared to drop that.
I'm proud of you. See, all this training's paying off.
There you go. Yeah, there's like legit things that I'm feeling stronger about for sure. Feeling coordinated about for sure. Nice.
Yeah, I cannot do that blue one. Yet. Maybe without the phone.
Yeah, that one goes up to 300 pounds.
Oh, yeah, what do they list those as?
I don't know.
Something like 150 to 300. Yeah,
Yeah, I
something
was
like
looking at their the chart. That one goes up too. I was also impressed with. Do a little look at that.
Pike push-ups.
Pike push-ups. All right.
So, Alice, show them option one. Just a downward dog push-up.
Option one. Bend your knees a little bit. Your booty up high in the air. Set your eyes right in between your feet and reach the crown of your head in between your hands. So just crown your head down,
Y'all.
crown your head up.
Y'all.
So crown down, booty up. Crown down, booty up. And you just go for that. And there's no reason to have your legs straight here. That's not the point. So soft knees. You just get in there. Is this my warm-up set?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Well done.
I can keep that. I just...
Yeah, don't do too many because we want you to do this.
I mean, there are 2 more, so I'm not upset.
Should I push this against the
Great.
that thing so it's
Depends on what direction you want to be.
I don't go anywhere.
It'll be great.
Okay, that's option 1. Regression of that would be elevated hands. Alright. Same idea though. You're pushing back. Is it crown down, booty back?
Crown down, booty up.
Booty up.
Because you don't just want it back, you want it up.
Option 2, you might want to remove your spectacles. Either on the knees or the feet. What this also does is make it less of a downward dog, less of a pike, and more of the almost modified handstand. Because you can get more straight up and down. See that? Now this chest is excruciating. Head hard. Can we put a yoga mat on it? Her body. So now my torso can be a little more straight up and down. But we're gonna pad that because that means. That'll do it. Mucho mejor. Okay. So I'll just show you this way. This would be on the knees. And that's actually like that's a little easier than a regular pike push-up because of the knees. But it's fun to just play with the different angle. And now here's going up on the feet seats. Ugh. And I'm going to task Alice with doing this next.
Really good. So it's the same thing, but yeah, this is really working for a handstand push-up, so more vertical. So shoulders really kind of over the wrists, but
Yes.
still crown of the head down, booty up.
I'm going to do a little drops then. All right, hold on.
Good job.
Let's see how you do.
Sorry. Sometimes they're just a little
Just a little. Just a little.
needing things to be, and that's their order, and thus it just it causes anxiety. All right, so I'm going to come up on my feet.
Woohoo!
Where I feel good, get my shoulders over wrist creases. And
Yeah. Quite good. Yep, touch that bun. Yes, Sish. You got it. Yeah. All right. Now don't do a drop set.
really?
Yeah, because I want you to do that again in a minute, and I want you to be good and fresh.
Okay. I was totally going to do
I
that.
know you were. But I want to task you with getting a little deeper. I know you can. The other thing you can do with these, it's tough to do negative handstand push-ups, meaning getting up into a handstand, going down to your head, and then being assisted up. Yes, someone can lift you. Or you can just reset fully, like put your legs down and go all the way back into it. I think that's a little more trouble than it's worth. Or not that it's worth, but it's a little too much trouble. So also I'm a firm believer in constant tension to produce strength. So instead of like, you'll notice we don't do a whole lot of, it's gonna be a curl into a lunge, into a stand and press and twist. Well, that's fine if you wanna get your cardio that way, if you wanna do some interesting functional movement. But I'm a fan of take the movement to semi-failure, whether it's bicep curls or push-ups or whatever. So a handstand push-up that you have to fully get out of it to start to do another negative, I'm like, so why not do them here where you actually can do, you can do the negative and then maybe go to your knees to help yourself up. I'll just show you one of
what I'm talking about. This is a little short to do that. It'd be easier if I could just quickly drop my knees. I should have it face the other way, but I don't want it. Just to show you what I'm talking about here. You could go to your head and then quickly just put your knees down to get back up. Make sense? Boom, boom, and then you push yourself back up on your knees. So it's just deloading a little bit. Does that all make sense? It'd be the same thing as doing this. And then just kind of roll up. Or go to the knees. Lift the knees, right? All right. Lecture over. Time to do my things. Set number 2. We're going to do 3. 3 tight push-up or modified handstand push-up variation. This is numero 2. Oh, I forgot. I was going to use the yoga blocks for this one. I'll do it on the next one.
I'll bring them in here.
I'll show you really quick what the yoga blocks can do. This can just increase your range of motion a little bit.
I'll still be on the knees here for a couple, but now look, I can go a little lower. I can even go this high to really let myself, you just gotta be careful that they don't flip over. But now see how much more range of motion I get at the bottom. All right, I'll do that later. All right, Alice, feeling strong?
Yeah.
She's gonna do. Tell you what, wait. How about I'm gonna rotate this, like I meant to. Like I was saying, would be easier to adjust.
I could have rotated it.
You could have. I wasn't 100% sure that you might have known what I was talking about.
I knew what he was talking about.
All right. So Alice is going to get full negative. If she can't get back up, she'll go to her knees. Beautiful. So good. Yeah. Touch that bun. Really good. And then you may do a few drops after on this set. After you have exhausted these, meaning you can go to the knees for multiple. Good little fix there at the back. Nice. See, some of us are limited by hamstring mobility or hamstring flexibility, so can't get as straight a line perpendicularly, but Alice has that. So she can really get that great extension of her back, that swoop, that lumbar swoop. Nice. Tremendous performance. Tremendous. That blood in the head, that inversion.
Not box.
Yeah. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try, not that high, because I'm going to be on my feet. Yeah, I'm going to try that.
So the thing about yoga blocks, I do want to say, like I know you're worried about them tipping. As long as you're pressing into them, like if you press down into them, they're solid. So like people like, yeah, if I'm pressing to the sides, like they're gonna be, but if I'm pressing down,
Yeah.
so I just don't want people to be nervous about it. Like just trust yourself. Like you'll know it. Just trust yourself. Press down. I'll put it right away. So.
Right there.
Nice. Really, really good job. So very, very good. Do you look at yourself in the box?
Yeah.
Do you think curls to the floor? Curls to the floor.
I think, remember that Yahoo Serious guy? Remember him? That Aussie? He was in like one movie and then he disappeared. Yeah, it's when I'm upside down. It was out like that. Young Einstein, that was the movie he was in. It was epitome, one-hit wonder is movies. Movie stars. Your turn. Set number 3.
The epitome of that is the Italian actor who won the
Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, what he won for Life is Beautiful.
Roberto Benigni. Or do you mean the silent movie?
No, that one. That's the one I'm talking about. Where he jumped on the chairs, he was so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roberto Benigni, I think. He was going to play Pinocchio. I think he did. I think they did make a Pinocchio. They said it was horrible. Either they were going to make it and they didn't, or they did and it was bad.
No. Well, anyway, he was super adorable.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing now. He'll be working a lot in the movie.
That was a great movie,
Yep,
as I remember.
it was great.
Good. For the drop set, do you want the blocks? I'll bet you do.
Sure. Thank you.
Darn good set.
Daisy.
What was that?
Something like underneath this little tiny thing. It's just fine.
You lost the nail, didn't you?
No, it's just fine.
That was your toenail.
It was
Let me
just,
see it.
it's fine. It's real. I promise you, it's nothing. You're gonna be like,
Okay, right.
absolutely
Why
nothing.
making such a big deal out of it? Oh yeah. All right. Try some time.
Oh my gosh.
We're almost done.
Triceps.
Compound movements. What's so good about compound movements? You just get a lot more done in fewer sets. Compound means multi-joint. So all those chest presses and handstand push-up or leg push-ups, guess what? We worked a whole bunch of the body. Chest, shoulders, triceps, core.
Head, shoulders, knees, toes. I just thought we were.
Push-ups, if you've got something with which to elevate your hands, great. And if you do, yoga block or dip bars,
or a stack of books, anything that just gives you some height. Great. And then you're going to do close grip, see, like that, push-ups. If you don't have anything, just do very narrow grip, either on the knees if it's too tough, or if you can on the feet, but almost that diamond shape you're making with the hands, staying nice and close. And just to mix it up, we're gonna go like this. So if you've got something, try this. Way below it. It's literally like, I'm trying to fit just barely between these things. Yoga blocks are perfect for this. But if you have those little parallettes or the perfect push-up, if you're familiar with those things, they're a little low, but they would kind of get the job done. But the main thing I want you to think about is elbows in, tuck to your sides. Slider. I'm gonna use my slider for set number 2. Alice's turn. Knees. So she's still close grip and elevated hands, meaning a greater range of motion, but she's going to be on her knees. I'm going to get my slider.
If you have this thing. On my knees, I create a straight line from my head all the way down to my knees. I think of pull my shoulders back, pull my ribs down towards my pelvis. Just rocks them out.
Great. Super. We're just going to do one more set each, and then we're done. What's the run time? 47:09. Where'd the time go? I was going to guess more like 37:09. Shows what I know.
Did a lot of chit chat.
Chit-chatted.
Because you had someone who would chit chat
It's true.
Whereas all the time they're just like silent, like, all right,
Okay, my turn.
good.
No obligation to do this. I'm adding the slider just because when I do a push-up, I kind of like my feet to move a little with me.
Yeah, you might want to go back to straightforward.
Am I going to hit that?
I don't know.
I think I am. We'll see. If I bang that up, I will.
I'll move it. When you bang it, I'll move it.
See.
Hey, you have plenty of room.
You got room.
Go, Shawnee, go.
So, again, I like my feet to go back a couple of inches when I do these. And then slide them forward as I come up. You don't got to do that.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet, so it's something that I'll work on, or can work.
It's challenging. It's a timing thing.
Yeah, there's like a physics around it.
Notice it's a down and back, forward. Ah! Ah!
Why is this so
Nice. Your turn.
Right. Now I'm not gonna slide on this. I'm just gonna put this on my knees.
Yeah, if your think of it this way: be on it, and if your body wants to go anywhere, let it. But don't force it. Don't let your knees do what they feel like doing.
It's the going back in.
Yeah. That's like a swoop. Like go forward as you come up. I know I'm contradicting myself now, but if you so choose. That's really good. I think you kind of got it now, huh? Looks it to me.
Yeah.
I had to say something,
No.
but
That was I was trying to pushing it to a failure. Yeah, I sort of got the imagery, the motion of it, and like the shape of it. I get the shape of it. But yeah, it's fun. I might not remember it next time though, but it's great. It's awesome.
Hey,
This was fun,
no high
buddy.
fives. You didn't do your pull-ups yet.
Give me this.
I'll give it to you anyway.
I'll do my pull-ups right now. Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. Alice is going to go do some chins. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow, if we feel like it, we will. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we? I don't know. We're going to be sore, and our legs are still going to be sore.